Hi, my name is Kevin Allen, and today's topic is imposter syndrome. And we're going to talk about this notion. Believe me, I know a lot about this, and how you can finally take ownership of your role. Do you ever feel like you don't deserve to be where you are today? That maybe you lucked out somehow, and that at any moment all your incompetence, inexperience, and anxiety will come pouring out of you in front of your peers? Well, you're not alone. What you're feeling is felt by individuals from all walks of life in practically every position imaginable. From top CEOs, salespeople, academics, athletes, artists, they've all felt like you at some point in their lives. In fact, due to the overwhelming spread of this exact same feeling, the condition has been given a name: the imposter syndrome. For example, in the UK, a massive 85% of surveyed professionals stated they suffered from some aspect of imposter syndrome, with anxieties around incompetence, the feeling of being phony or fake, and an over-reliance of external reassurance by being listed by both men and women alike. So here's the good news. It is very likely that you are not a fraud. However, as you may already know, being aware of this doesn't make you any less hard on yourself. So that's why we've put together 3 steps to help you navigate imposter syndrome, reclaim your confidence, and own your role. So the first step is words of affirmation. If you have imposter syndrome, it is very likely that you often find yourself being your own worst critic. Perhaps you are a perfectionist, or you've come from a very high achieving and competitive family culture. People who are aspirant are hard on themselves. Self-awareness and holding yourself accountable are incredibly important traits, no doubt. Without these, you struggle to identify weaknesses and areas you need to improve. That's certainly true. You'd essentially remain stuck, albeit blissfully, in a never-ending plateau. Self-awareness, however, is not just about blanket negativity. There's another important part to self-awareness and self-improvement, and that surrounds identifying, you ready? What you're doing right. Think about it. If you weren't ever aware you'd mastered something, you'd likely be stuck at square one of whatever you're doing and never get the confidence to move on to tackle new challenges. And imagine if everyone were like this, too scared to embrace what they're good at and never confident enough to pursue their talents or their ideas in an effective way, the results would be catastrophic. So here's a tip. Ask 5 people who are the chairperson of your fan club to write down 10 words they associate with you and explain why they chose them. You will be amazed at what you see. We never give ourselves credit to others for what makes us awesome. Ultimately, when criticism becomes crippling, that's when it ceases to be useful and starts becoming counterproductive. Instead, we need to put our serious effort into acknowledging all of our growth and all of our positive contributions. This means getting out a notepad or a whiteboard or your phone and regularly writing down the successes, all of them. And chances are you won't have to dig deep. Step 2 is define what success means to you. The next step revolves around defining what success means and means to you personally. One of the most common causes of imposter syndrome surrounds unrealistic and unmeasured expectations. The reason this is so widespread is because it's so incredibly hard to decipher how other people are doing. Despite all your anxieties, you actually have very little idea how your colleagues and peers are handling things, and you have no effective frame of reference for how easy or difficult they are finding their tasks compared to you. And guess what? It doesn't matter. Comparing yourself to others is not what's going to give you direction. Everyone else's goals are relative, and most importantly, unique. A crucial step to feeling the positive feedback from your achievements is taking back control of your own goal-setting process. That is, what will allow you to set realistic, relevant milestones for yourself that don't require external approval and are not based on an ever-shifting set of goalposts. So, like the horse has the thing on its ears, don't compare yourself. Define your own success and you'll find it a lot easier to internalize your progress. Step 3 is set yourself boundaries. The third and most important step involves setting yourself boundaries and limitations for your work. Put simply, be kind to yourself. Imposter syndrome is a mental health issue. And one of the worst things you can do for your mental health is to overwork yourself, stress yourself, and neglect the positive things in your life that give you genuine happiness and keep you grounded. You know, your personal and work life are intertwined. Regardless of what your goals are, we all work to live. We don't live to work. Personal development requires you to get out and live life, enjoy it, and most importantly, understand what it is you're working for. So, there are our 3 steps to overcoming imposter syndrome. But have we missed any? Well, maybe we have. Let us know. And along with your experiences with imposter syndrome in the comments that you'll see below. So thanks for listening, and bye for now.